Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play and earn games on the blockchain, such as Splinterlands. And in today's video, I'm going to be revealing a new Rebellion Soulbound reward card that's going to be in the game in just a few short days, the Chaos Adjutant. And we're going to talk about this card, go through its stats, talk about its viability. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll share a little bit about what I've been doing in Splinterlands, my thoughts on the future of the game, and just what I've been doing in general, in case you're interested, because I know I haven't been pushing a lot of Splinterlands videos as of late. So let's hop into the card reveal. Now, the stats of this card are as such. It's a 5 mana neutral card. It does at max level 2 magic damage with 3 speed and 8 health. It has Scattershot, it has Snare, and it has Poison. And this is a rare card. Now, this card, at first glance, obviously is neutral is great, right? It's going to be usable in pretty much every match, other than the no neutrals rule set or the Little League rule set. And it is similar, very similar to this card, which is the promo card Baron Fiat. Baron Fiat is 5 mana, 2 magic damage, 2 speed, so a little less speed, a little less health at 6 health. Instead of having poison, Baron Fiat has having, it has the scatter shot, and instead of having snare, it has blind, and it has the ambush ability. As a promo card, this card's probably better in general, but it's only available in fire and death. Now, if we look at, again, the Chaos Adjutant here, this card is interesting because, it's snare. It would be obviously a card to look at in earthquake battles, or, for example, when you feel like you might be going against Dark Squirrel with the flying kind of pervasive in that team. Now, you could obviously add this with Baron Fiat and the Chaos Adjutant to create 2 scattershot magic damage dealers here. For example, when you may not expect to see Immortalis out there or a lot of silences, spreading having and poison across your opponent's lineup could be beneficial as well. So it's an interesting card. Obviously against Lily as well, this card with Scattershot is a nice option as well. So is it necessarily a strong meta card that you're going to look to play like a Venka at all times? No, probably not. It's going to be certainly subjective based on kind of some of the situational either rule sets or opponents that you're thinking you might come up against. But it's definitely an interesting card here. And in a vacuum, it looks interesting, right? It's definitely situational and certainly useful in the grand scheme of things. Will it be played as a neutral very frequently, like the Magi of Chaos? We'll see. We'll have to see in the new meta coming up in Rebellion. Again, once the Chaos Legion cards go out of Modern, and honestly, just for short months perhaps, or around that time frame here at the beginning of next year, all bets are off. We'll have to see what happens, but definitely these Soulbound reward cards will be making an impact in the game for sure, and it's going to be interesting. August 15th, a big day, voucher changes coming into play, Soulbound reward card unlock, Soulbound reward card releases for Rebellion. Lots of big changes here happening in just a few short days. Now, going back to the beginning of this video, I talked a little bit about sticking around to the end so you can hear kind of what I've been up to and if it's of interest to you. What I can say is, first, my outlook on Splinterlands, if you're curious. I think the changes that have been made and that have been proposed and have passed, for all intents and purposes, are good changes for the game. I think the Soulbound reward card unlock pricing is at the right price to avoid land abuse and bot farm abuse. And I know it may not feel good as individual players necessarily, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it is what is best for the game. And I think a lot of the choices and decisions that have been made by the team and by leadership and also by the community have been the right decisions to get this game in a better spot. So I am hopeful and optimistic on the future of Splinterlands. We have certainly maybe a little bit of a rocky road ahead of us in the near term to get through. Um, Funding probably being the biggest hurdle and potential threat here. But again, I think what the team is doing, the trajectory they're on, the decisions that are being made are for the betterment of the game, the community, and the overall ecosystem. And I think, again, I'm hopeful for the future of Splinterlands, and I think we're in going in the right direction for sure. I think if it uh, was different decisions being made and different proposals being passed, I would definitely be more concerned. But I think these things are short-term pain, long-term gain for the game and our ecosystem. That being said, what have I been doing specifically in Splinterlands? If you're curious, well, I've been pretty much botting my account in Wild, stacking Glint for this upcoming Soulbound reward card release, and getting ready for the voucher changes, getting ready for the Soulbound reward card unlock, and just kind of passively participating in the ecosystem. I'm not selling anything per se. I'm having all my assets intact and just waiting to see where this thing goes. And just been playing my brawls as well and contributing to the guild. But where I've been spending a lot of my time, and if you've probably seen some of my videos or watched my Twitter, it's been in other Web3 projects, looking and investigating and seeing what is out there. Now, I'll just give you, I guess, a few minutes of details here in case you're curious. The three projects that I've specifically been spending a lot of time in that I think are very interesting and intriguing are Alluvium, Metalcore, and Parallel. And I'll leave links to Parallel and Alluvium here in the video description if you're curious about exploring some of those games and ecosystems. Metalcore is kind of a closed beta program right now, but is a very interesting game. And what I can say is specific to Alluvium and to Metalcore, they've had a played airdrop campaign. It's been quite lucrative. I've made several $100s on those projects each, free to play on the airdrop side. And I know individuals personally that have made thousands, like tens of thousands of dollars on those projects airdrops for free, which is crazy. So there's interesting Web3 projects out there outside the Splinterlands ecosystem that are probably worth paying attention to. I can tell you that Alluvium, for example, here in August, the month of August, is a free to play airdrop campaign right now, and they're giving away $1.35 million in August to players that are playing the game, and you can play it for free. There's a link and a referral code to get started in this video description if you're curious. It's Tales, Tales, or Alluvium on the referral side. But I mean, 1.35 million at current ILV prices, which is the token for Alluvium. It was actually 1.5 million just at the end of last week. It had a little bit of a dip here in the last couple days with Ethereum going down, but that's crazy amounts of money being spent on a marketing budget for that game. The game is a lot of fun as well. It's very addictive to play. I stream it on Twitch frequently if you're curious and want to hang out and check it out. But I mean, that's crazy money just to try out a game, and that's going on for 6 months. So they're giving away essentially 1.35 million US dollars every month for the next 6 months as far as their marketing budget goes, which is just insanity. Again, it's a great game, AAA. It's got a great new player experience and definitely worth checking out. I will say, just in general, from a Web3 perspective, I'm very bullish on Web3 gaming here in the future, the very near future, with games like Alluvium, Parallel, Metalcore. games like Off the Grid, which just is releasing this weekend on PlayStation 5 from a beta test perspective. Just some amazing quality games that are going to reshape the way we think of Web3 gaming. And if we get a true alt season and a true raging crypto bull run, these are projects that are very interesting. So for me, like I said, I'm just making sure that I'm diversifying and staying aware of other things out there while certainly still participating in Splinterlands and making sure that I'm doing the right things here for my assets and my gameplay and my deck. And again, I think it's an exciting time ahead for Web3. Sure, there might be some more short term pain going on in crypto or in Splinterlands. But I think if you understand the Web3 vision, which obviously you do if you're watching this video and a member of this channel, you understand the vision of Web3, you understand the power that NFTs and the blockchain provide to gaming. And again, I think we're in a really good spot. And as always, I just wish everyone health and happiness here. Keep stacking those stats, and we'll see you on the next video.
That's